Tales from Our Universe's Edge, Story 1, The Old Ones, Chapter 1. The galaxy Asphyxie existed on the very edge of the universe, as part of a pair rushing at breakneck speeds away from an area where the universe first began, as the pressure of space continued to force expansion. In one of the two great galaxies, a race formed, and survived to become the oldest in the old galaxy. Yatel was a major citizen of this oldest race in the galaxy. It was from this ancient heritage that other civilizations had begun calling their race the Old Ones. They had evolved originally as a predatory plant, but over time had developed advanced sciences. They could now understand many of the secrets of nature and manipulate their gene structure. Their galaxy, which the Old Ones identified as Asphyxie, was soon formed after the Big Bang created the universe. The history of their race showed an evolution from a single-cell species to their current form of an intelligent, mobile plant life. It had been billions of star cycles since they had first discovered the key theories leading to space travel. They had moved their home planet numerous times and had made significant strides in becoming the first to monitor life forms around their galaxy. Yatel had proven to be one of the most adventurous of the current living beings in the ancient race. He was the first and only one to plant sensors around the black hole at the center of the galaxy. He had been the first to be caught up and escape a blue star transition. He had been the first to come up with the design to encapsulate a yellow star to capture its energy output. He had specifically designed his ship to maneuver in complex environments under its own decision-making ability connected to Yatel's mind. This unique design was of Yatel's development and allowed him to stay in hibernation, but keep his mind linked to the ship's controlling key decision-making capability. Yatel had slowly backed away from traveling adventure and now ran the science team studying the great black hole in the center of the galaxy. It had formed over time through merger with other galaxies and through its ongoing absorption of stars and debris at the center of their galaxy. The design of the massive receiver instrument extended over a light minute in diameter. The receiver's massive design was created to locate small signals that were hidden in the noise being received from the center of the galaxy, and combining the data with the sensor data placed near the area of the black hole. Yatel's team was involved in working to link the signals from the black hole with the great equations which define the understanding of the universe. The Old Ones had traveled the stars of the galaxy for thousands of generations, but rarely in the inner dense part, with the single exception of Yatel. Their current technology was a dimensional swapping capability that allowed hops between stars known as trans-swap. The technology was powered by accessing interdimensional energy fields, so while it would take time to reach the star, given their long life of this ancient race combined with their technology to hibernate, it was perfectly acceptable. However, the risk dealt with the random motion of stars and associated clumps of matter forcing constant and significant adjustments. As Yatel's team was doing analysis of the data, a weak, strange signal was discovered. The discovery of advanced life in this part of the galaxy had been totally unexpected and sent significant discussions throughout the ancient race. A signal arrived at the Old One's monitoring platform that was studying the great black hole at the center of the galaxy. The discovery was shocking to the scientists of this great race. The discovery of this unique signal pointed to a small star embedded deep in the galactic plane. The structure of the signal was digital in nature and obviously from intelligent life. Experience had long proven that in this chaotic inner part of the swirling mass, the density of stars and their unstable planets created conditions that hindered the growth of life and thus begged for understanding how it could arise and exist. Given his adventurous spirit, upon the discovery of this unique signal, Yatel quickly decided to take on the task making contact with this newly discovered civilization. Within a short time, he had outfitted his small personal spacecraft and headed towards this mysterious planet. Reaching just a few stars away from the target planet, Yatel's ship slowed to a halt and woke Yatel from his deep sleep. Yatel exited his sleep container and felt the vibration from the craft in a weapons exchange with a strange ship designed like a large sphere. Yatel entered the control seat and surveyed the status board. With the shields holding but slowly degrading, the ship continued its plasma exchange with the unknown ship. Trying to hail the strange vessel, Yatel received no response. When he surveyed the star system his ship had entered, he found a planet that would perhaps support his life environment, although only marginally. With a quick mental command, the transport accelerated towards the planet while continuing to engage the following enemy craft. The weapon systems and shield appeared to be evenly matched, and neither was able to create significant damage on the other, although Yatel's shields were showing signs of weakening. Yatel directed a scan of the enemy vessel to try and identify the number of alien life forms. To his great surprise, he discovered no identifiable life forms within the vessel's interior. The unit appeared to be pure energy, storage, weapons, engines, and artificial intelligence. Yatel's craft accelerated towards the identified planet. Yatel hoped to find shelter and repower the ship's shields. As the flight continued, Yatel rapidly approached the planet. His ship entered the atmosphere at a steep angle, relying on the shields to protect the ship until it reached a lower atmospheric layer. The planet was covered in thick cloud layer. As Yatel entered the cloud layer, he noticed that the strange ship had stopped following and had entered orbit around the planet. Yatel directed his craft to continue heading towards the planet's surface, diving deep into the cloud cover. As he exited the cloud layer, his sensors showed only minimal plant coverage on land, and most of the planet was covered with water. The attacking craft stayed in orbit, but followed the old one's movements across the planet. Until he could find a solution, Yatel had to bide his time. While working on a solution, he began a survey of the planet, looking for any life or a possible landing location. Only minimal plant life could be observed. As his flight took him towards the tall mountain range in the northern part of the planet, suddenly his sensors indicated a building in a valley within the rough mountain range. As he approached, he found a flat area with a tower rising from the center. No other indications of life could be found on the planet, so with a mental command, Yatel directed the craft to hover meters away from the tower. The sensor scan showed no doors or other points of entrance. The tower appeared to be solid. As the ship scanned below the tower, he could see that the tower extended deep into the planet and past its rocky mantle into the liquid core. Seeing no way to enter the tower, Yatel decided to continue his search. While waiting for a full energy recharge, Yatel surveyed the planet and found 80 different towers. All were the same. All had extensions deep into the planet's liquid core. The towers were evenly distributed around the surface of the planet. Some were located in the oceans, where the upper part of the tower extended above the rolling waves, while others were located on land. Through Yatel's mental communications with the craft, Yatel had named his computer and by reference his ship 60 for companionship. 60. What do you make of these towers?
There is a marginal energy flow from the towers. The plant life is fairly recent and seems to be related to tower locations. Scans show water-based plant life is growing around the towers in the oceans.
Given the locations of the planet 60, I wonder why we don't see more indications of collisions with meteors and comets. There is an abundance of excess material in this system. I would expect to see plenty of indications of collisions, but I observe few craters on the surface.
Yatel, given the distribution of the towers, they appear to be able to cover all possible approaches to the planet.
Do you think there's some type of planetary protection device?
Yes, the indications do appear to provide that conclusion.
60. Compute a probability that this planet is being terraformed. After a short period of time, the computer responded.
Probability is 72%. I can sense a field coming from the towers that permeates the ground and appears to encourage plant growth. The plant growth will, over time, change the atmosphere, creating greater oxygen.
Other than our target planet, where we think the signal came from, have you sensed any other locations that could be involved in terraforming in this or nearby stars?
No, Yatel. It appears that our target planet is the most likely source for this terraforming program.
We do not get paid by YouTube for any of our videos, so please consider contributions. Thank you.
If you enjoy our videos, please click Patreon on the front page and buy me a drink. Thank you. Please like and subscribe the Watcher in the Fall channel.